What is going on YouTube? Hannah back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, as well as Bitcoin. We're not going to be looking at the S&P 500 as it hasn't opened yet. And by the time I finish this video, it still won't be open. So tomorrow we'll cover the S&P 500. Hopefully we start to correct out of this, but who knows what's happening right now. Most of the markets are in some sort of bearish reversal. Crazy stuff happening on XRP, to my surprise. We actually saw a major swing just today alone from the 83-cent resistance level all the way up to 91 cents, and then immediately reversed all the way back down to currently where we opened a couple of hours ago, which is pretty nuts here. And while XRP is doing that, the other cryptocurrencies have done nothing but correct even lower. Currently trading not in a bad position. None of these cryptos are in any sort of correction to the point where we would break bearish and fall to the downside here yet, but we do have to go over that and cover that and see whether or not that's going to come within these cryptocurrencies here. And I do want to continue to look at XRP, as I do believe we are so close and it's showing signs that the bulls would like to break bullish. We would like to see that swing. We saw it today, which is crazy to see that we immediately reversed back down, but hopefully we start to see it very soon, as all the signs are literally showing that bullish breaks are to come here. So let's see what exactly is going on within these cryptocurrencies. Otherwise, guys, today's video is brought to us by BUFFSWAP. You can see right here, it's the decentralized play to earn platform, or it says they are the first. I'm not sure if they are or not, but there are other ones like this, and you can see here what BUFFSWAP actually is. When I scroll down, it's the world's first blockchain-based esport play to earn. As you can see, it focuses mainly on betting on esports and gaming tournaments, but also extends its wings to various events related to this market. So more information about BUFFSWAP will be at the end of today's video, so stay tuned for that. I have linked them in the description down below if you'd like to check them out earlier. But with that, guys, being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's jump into today's episode. So first things first, a quick refresh of the current coin market cap reveals that we are currently falling even lower. Top 10 cryptocurrencies, everything is correcting once again. There's only a few that are starting to reverse upwards. It's pretty crazy to see that XRP was up quite substantially actually just a couple of hours ago, and now we reversed all the way back down. But every other cryptocurrency is pretty much down. Cardano, Binance, Ethereum. This is going to be continued. It's pretty crazy. We're down probably 35 to 45% from all-time highs that we were at just literally a month and a half ago. But every single cryptocurrency is at the point of correcting lower and lower and lower. And it's pretty nuts. And everybody, as I know, is waiting for the price to actually swing back to the upside here. So it's just a matter of time at this point here. So moving on to the cryptocurrencies, XRP is probably the biggest one that saw this reversal, which I was surprised that we actually saw it here. This is what we've been waiting for. Ideally, this is what we've been looking for quite some time now. We discussed yesterday how there was this sort of resistance level here. Even though we traded outside of the falling wedge pattern that you can see for the most part here, we were kind of battling this resistance from the start back on the 5th of December here. We've tried consistently to trade and break through it, and we haven't inside of the falling wedge. Then we finally actually broke through the falling wedge here, and you can see we spiked up quite substantially here, breaking through not only the moving averages on the 4-hour, which was necessary, but we broke through our falling wedge and so on and so forth, and we've continued to carry up. To our surprise, we actually reversed all the way back down, which is insane. But what we did get out of this hoorah was the fact that we did see a golden cross or bullish cross on the moving averages on the 4-hour, which is definitely a good sign. Now, I'm glad I didn't put in any money yet, and I'm still not going to put in any money until I get like a clear confirmation that all these markets are reversing out of here, because at this point, I really don't believe it's going to be XRP that's going to ultimately see the move to the upside without any other cryptocurrencies doing the same thing. So if Bitcoin and Ethereum and these other major cryptos are currently going lower, there's a big chance that XRP is going to be, reversing lower with it. It's not going to do something independently here. Unless the SEC comes out that they are done and they lost the case, then maybe we'll see XRP do something independent from the rest of the markets here. But as of right now, we're not seeing that just yet. The good signs are that we do have a bullish cross on the Bollinger Bands. We did break bullish. You can see above our above our relative strength indicators. You can see we broke bullish outside of the downtrend here, which is also a good sign to have. This is also very good to see that we're pretty much going to continue to break, or this is the start here. We've been looking for this. You guys can see clearly that this falling wedge pattern needed to be broken, and just I think 3 days ago we broke through that. You can see this morning we saw a pretty substantial rally to the upside here, closing below our middle Bollinger Band here. But I do and hopefully believe that this pattern should be continued continued to swing us up to point D. I'd be very shocked and surprised if we broke bearish and broke through our uptrend here. It's not a buying opportunity yet. We have to just wait a little bit to see here. A lot of people were calling 90 cents to be that resistance level for some of these cryptos. You can see pretty much where, or sorry, for XRP, where the bottom resistances were. But we just need a little more volume, and I'm looking mainly for the other cryptocurrencies to get a little more volume. It's not just XRP, because you can see Bitcoin here isn't necessarily in a bullish move just yet. You can see we're still bearish. Ethereum is still bearish. So I need to see some confirmations and some volume move into these cryptocurrencies before I want to dump all my money into XRP, because I do believe that the other cryptocurrencies will influence XRP, and I'd be very shocked if people specifically invest into XRP and don't into the other cryptos. So it's really just a waiting game to see how exactly this plays out. Had we today closed where we currently were, let's say we did close at 93 cents at this big candle here, that would be a pretty substantial bullish, incentive to see, okay, we're probably going to continue up to point D here. That would be enough for me to want to buy back into this cryptocurrency, and I probably would have, and I still will, if we see today on XRP actually swing us back up and we close much higher than where we currently are. I'd say much closer to 87 cents to 90 cents would be a pretty substantial risk I would take to buy in and potentially leverage back to point D here. But once again, we're still in what appears to be a pretty big Elliott wave formation here. You can see what exactly we're dealing with right now. You can see we are, for this week, starting a new week, bouncing off bottom support here. So let's see how this week's candle closes. You can see we're still using the moving average as a means of support. It's been about 4 weeks now. 1, 2, 3. This is the 4th week of opening above our moving averages here. So hopefully we can use this support to swing us back to point D here. That's ideally what I anticipate and what I am looking for, as everything is showing signs to seeing recovery right now. Everything is showing signs to recovery here. Major consolidation. We're looking for that break. It hasn't happened just yet, but that's really ideally what we're dealing with here. The other cryptocurrencies, not so much. This is actually pretty nuts here. We're starting to see things like Ethereum currently retest its bottom support here. Retesting, it doesn't look bad just yet, but we are retesting the bottom of, or the red band on the moving average here. Everything is a consolidation and a waiting game, guys. It's been like this for weeks now. We've all been in it. We've seen it before, and we have to wait it out again. I feel like for this run specifically, a lot of people are new to the crypto space, and they've never experienced a bear market like one like this, as substantial as we've seen in the past here. But literally, if you bought in as early as, let's say, geez, it doesn't matter. I mean, anytime here in this zone here, you'd pretty much recover, or you'd be breaking even right now. So since I'd say October 1st, if you had bought in anytime after October 1st, you'd be either breaking in or breaking even or down money here. And this is fairly new. A lot of people are new to the space here. So especially because we had all-time highs, people have definitely stockpiled onto cryptos here. But regardless, we are still battling with our 4-hour falling wedge, or some sort of wedge pattern here. And you can see we've clearly been battling this resistance and clearly battling the support. We're currently bouncing off bottom support here. So ideally what we're looking for is a small swing back up. That's the ideal movement after Bitcoin has hit its bottom support here. You can see usually what happens after we retest bottom supports. They tend to swing fairly bullish pretty quickly here. So that's what we're, anticipating right now. I believe we are at the bottom of most of these falling wedges. I don't think there's much more time left in consolidation within these cryptocurrencies, but it is definitely a waiting game for right now. It's been like this for weeks now. It's really just getting the confirmation that we need here. Either we're going to be breaking bearish, and I'd like to see volume. I mean, I can still make money. We could still make money if markets dump, obviously, or we can make money when markets swing to the upside. But when we see consolidation and sideways movement that XRP and these cryptocurrencies have given us, there's zero money to be made. And if anything, you probably lose money in trying to scalp markets like this here. So it's just a waiting game for right now. Once we get that confirmation, we'll be back into it. But for right now, the best thing to do is prepare cryptocurrency, learn the exchanges, learn about meme coins, learn about other investment opportunities in anticipation for a bear market to come. Obviously, if we dump, we'll be able to short these cryptos and make money. So definitely get familiar with exchanges too, like Bityard. That's one that we like to leverage trade on. And if you think that you're in a good position, you can also use a demo account to leverage your skills, understand the platform, how long things work, fees and stuff like that. Then get ready with a live account when we do see some swings in the market here. But hopefully it's this week. I mean, I said it last week. We were anticipating runs last week. We kind of saw something last week too, especially with an XRP that we were tracking here. I mean, we saw this. This is what we saw. This was the outcome of our 5-day tracking. We saw the correction. We pretty much filled in the gap here. We discussed on the 15th around that this is it, or the 16th, this is it. We need to see movement here. We ran out of time. And since then, we started to actually peak to the upside here. So hopefully this carries out with an XRP as we anticipated. So we'll see if this is a continued movement here. Hopefully we can get some more volume and start to swing up. That would be the ideal scenario here. But otherwise, guys, that is going to wrap up today's video. I do want to talk more about BUFFSWAP with you, though. I want to give a huge shout out to BUFFSWAP for sponsoring today's episode. As with all crypto projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, the gaming industry is a vast market worth thousands of billions of dollars, and its value is only rising. And empires have been built on online games, and fortunes have been made on players. And the industry has also benefited hugely over the last 2 years, with lockdowns driving the online sector of esports, and are now in fact surpassing actual physical sports. Now, the scaling of esports industry is also visible, and it's enough to look at the crowds that esports tournaments bring, and all the gamers are there, the enthusiasm is there, and the cash is also there. Now, despite how large the esports sector is, and despite how much it is raking in from players, little has been done to reward the actual gamers. Now, BUFFSWAP is the answer to these problems, a decentralized, fully blockchain-based esport play-to-earn site, which cuts out the middleman and allows players to be their own bookmakers. So guys, BUFFSWAP is the world's first blockchain-based esport play-to-earn platform, and BUFFSWAP's mission is to build and launch a play-to-earn platform, and their community will also participate in the play-to-earn ecosystem, which allows players not only to take part in various games, but also to create their own ones. And BUFFSWAP's platform will also provide investors who stake their shares with dividends from the betting pool. And they'll also allow you to build your own play-to-earn host by becoming a bookmaker and host bets on your own terms. Now guys, you can bet on real-time gaming tournaments and earn on your own bets or earn by winning. And you can even earn percentages from the betting pools or bet correctly and get the majority. Now their platform on one hand will allow users to have fun, and on the other provide users two potential income streams, a play-to-earn model, as well alongside a passive income stream, which is a dividend-based model, and rewarding those who participate in the platform development. Now guys, they also offer a passive income by providing a reward system not only for those who are actively participating on the platform, but also for those that are keeping their funds there by staking. And now their native token is called Buff, and holders will have an influence on the crucial aspects of the platform, the game, and the revenue. And it is also available on PancakeSwap, and the team provided $500,000 in BUSD liquidity pool on PancakeSwap using 90% of their raised funds. And apart from the rules of betting, in which players win and take a cash prize, investors will also receive a dividend from the BUFFSWAP platform. Stakers will also receive dividends in USDT, which is pretty cool. Now, BUFFSWAP is also CertiK audited, which is good for their security measures. And lastly, there are new slots for beta testers, and it will be opened on the 20th of December, so you guys can actually check out and leave feedback on the game itself. And this all happens even before the platform launches, which is really quick. So guys, BUFFSWAP is still in its early phases, so if you want to invest or check them out, I will link them in the description down below. Otherwise, huge shout out to BUFFSWAP for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.